Good evening and welcome to Youth in Focus. And tonight we are picking up on that political theme which started last week because there was an election announced 2 days after the last show. I know you were still sitting at home wishing that we were back on Sunday when John Howard came on and said there will be an election on the 3rd of October. So picking up with the political theme here at CTV1, we have with us tonight Tanya Plibersek. Is that the correct pronunciation? No, I actually practiced this most of the damn week. I knew I'd get it wrong.
No, but it's very close.
Oh, right,
it's very
okay.
close. You're doing all right. It's Plibersek.
Plibersek.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when you see it written down, it's actually how it's written.
Right.
So when you see it written down, you'll be right.
See, that's the problem with the English language, isn't it? You see something written down and you think that's bound to be wrong.
Yeah, well, it's not the problem with the Slovenian language.
See, there
so
you go.
all 2.5 million people who speak it in the whole world would be able to say Plibersek really easily.
Plibersek. Hopefully by the end of the show we'll have everybody out there at home saying Plibersek,
Chanting
Plibersek,
it. More
Plibersek.
Plibersek, more
That's right.
Plibersek.
That's right.
Good,
Look, see, there we go.
Oh.
Very good, very good. Give Sina a clap. Okay, so we didn't come on to talk about your name.
No.
You are the sitting member in the seat of Sydney.
Well, Peter Baldwin's actually the sitting member,
Right.
but Peter's retiring at the next election.
So you're the standing member.
Yeah, he's had 15 years in the federal parliament, and that's enough for one lifetime,
Yeah.
I think. So he's
So
giving it up.
Where is the seat of Sydney?
We're in it. It goes from Paddington to Balmain, takes in all the CBD, Zetland, Erskineville, Rosebery, Beaconsfield, Newtown, Camperdown, Surrey Hills, Redfern, all this sort of central area.
It's
anyway.
a pretty bloody big seat.
Yeah, it's 83,000 electors, you know, kids under 18 as well, so it's over 100,000 people.
So you're standing with the ALP.
Yeah.
Now, I'm interested to know, the ALP, you're young, you're quite dynamic. An image that's an image that's usually associated with the Democrats of late. Tell me, what is it about the ALP that has attracted you?
It's interesting that you'd say that the Democrats are sort of a party of youth or whatever, and I think that Natasha Stott-Despoja has done a very good job of promoting the Democrats in that way. But I don't think that they necessarily are the natural party of young people. The reason I joined the Labor Party was because I came from a working class background, and I think the Labor Party believes in social justice and understands the lives of working people.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, if you look at the way the Democrats voted on the industrial relations legislation, it's obvious that they don't understand what real people's lives are like.
Yeah.
And they're fine on a whole heap of issues, but I don't think they really understand what ordinary people face in their day-to-day lives.
Okay. So, in looking at young people's issues, will that be something that you will be pushing during this campaign?
Yeah, but yeah. I also think that it's important that, I think it's a little bit patronising when people assume that young people's issues are so much different to everyone else's issues. It's like if you're young, the only thing that you're interested in is youth unemployment. And I don't think that that's true. I think that young people have interests that span a whole lot of social justice areas. I think young people are interested in reconciliation. I think young people are interested in, you know, well, studying, training, the environment, Jabiluka, gay and lesbian rights. I think young people are interested in all sorts of issues, not just the things that you assume.
Yep. Okay. They're impressed.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, so given that young people, that you're saying that young people are interested in a whole range of issues, young people that are unemployed, homeless, should they be voting?
Absolutely. I think everyone should vote.
Yeah.
Everyone should vote.
Okay.
And I don't just say that.
Why?
I don't just say that because I want them to vote for me.
Yeah.
I think it's really important that I think that people have fought and died for the right to vote.
Yeah.
And in Australia, we live in a democracy, and it's your democratic responsibility, even if you hate the minor parties, to go there and write on your write on your ballot paper if you have to. I don't mind people being angry or disenchanted or frustrated with politics. I just don't like people being apathetic.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there is a bit of a perception that young people are apathetic about politics. Vote. Why? It's not going to make a difference. What would you say to a young person that said that?
Well, I don't think it's true. I think there might be a perception that young people are apathetic, but I don't think it's true.
Right.
Not the young people I know anyway. There are some people who are pissed off, and they're pissed off because they've been let down, but that's different to being apathetic, I reckon.
Okay. So how would they go about voting? How do you vote?
Well, you can register from the time you're 17. You can be ready to go on the roll the day you turn 18. But if you're not on the roll already, you have to be on it by Monday to be able to vote in the next election. So you've got to ring the Australian Electoral Commission on Monday, or you go to your post office, you fill in one of these green forms, or you come to my office at 136 Chalmers Street and fill in a form and we'll witness it for you. But you have to do it by Monday or you won't get on the roll.
Right, okay. So that's what the form looks like.
Yes.
You can pick it up at post offices. I know that I've been to a couple of youth centres this week and they've had them out there, so they're obviously...
Look, we've got street stalls on Saturday. We've got street stalls on King Street, in Surrey Hills, at Surrey Hills Markets, and one other somewhere else I can't remember. But there'll be Labor Party people out with these forms.
Yep.
There'll be, and if you don't run into one of us on the weekend, then go to your post office on Monday and do it on Monday.
The Electoral Commission number, just if you're sitting there thinking, yep, I'm good with the phone, 132 326. That's the number, okay? 132 236. Okay, you got that? Good. Okay, so...
Short-term memory problems at the back there.
Looking at politicians in the last couple of years, they've seemed to have picked up an issue and they've gone with that as their campaign, I suppose. Is that just the way that I've been seeing things, politically naive, some people would call it? Others might call it politically astute. Obviously not anybody in this studio. But is that true? And if it is, what are the issues that you're going to be pushing during this election campaign?
Well, I think there's a difference between being in the Senate and the House of Representatives.
Okay.
If you're in the Senate, you can be much more single issue. If you're in the House of Representatives, you actually have to represent everyone in your electorate, unless you're Pauline Hanson, and in that case you can pick and choose who you represent.
Yeah.
But you do actually have a responsibility to take up, like I'm a young person and people say, so you'll be taking up youth issues. Well, yes, I will, but I've got a responsibility to look after older people. Like the cuts to aged care have been just disgusting. Cuts to childcare have been disgraceful. It's not an issue that affects me personally. It doesn't mean I won't go out and fight on that issue for the people that I represent, hope to represent.
Okay, well, no, that's good. Just quickly, before we wrap up, Work for the Dole has come under fire, and so have university fees. If the ALP was to be brought back into power on the 3rd of October, can we expect to see anything different than what we currently have now? Yeah,
we've never supported Work for the Dole. Work for the Dole is blaming people who are unemployed for the situation they find themselves in. It was 10,000 spots that offered no ongoing training, no ongoing employment prospects for people. So it's not a way of getting people back into the workforce. The coalition government cut 117,000 training places. They cut $1.8 billion from Working Nation that was getting long-term unemployed people back to work. They cut the dole for 16 to 18-year-olds. They means tested unemployment benefits for 18 to 20-year-olds. I mean, they have attacked unemployed people and blamed unemployed people for their own situation. The Labor Party won't do that. We're committed to getting people back to work, to giving proper training and education, to making sure that university fees aren't a barrier to university education. Okay. We'll get rid of undergraduate upfront. I mean, I could go on, and I'm sure people are getting a bit bored by it, but we would certainly get rid of undergraduate upfront fees and Work for the Dole. We understand that it's not a way of getting people back into the workforce.
Okay. In 15 words, junior wage?
Yeah, there is an Australian Industrial Relations Commission report into it at the moment, and and we've been told not to preempt what comes out of the report, but we've never supported wage differentials for work. We understand that some jobs require more skills than others, so you would probably pay a brain surgeon more than a tree surgeon,
Yep.
but those skills don't go with age, they go with experience.
Yep, great. Okay. Anything else that you want to say? Like, why would a young person want to vote for you?
Look,
why would any person
that's
want
actually
to vote
quite
for
a
you?
long question. I think that people have to make a decision in two ways. They have to make a decision about which party they want to vote for,
Yep.
and that's about policy. You have to weigh up the different policies of the party. As far as individuals go, I mean, you know, all I can say is I do my best for people, and that I don't have any illusions about being able to solve every problem that I come up against.
The question
give it the
offset
keys to
there
the city.
was what would you do for CTV1? And the response has been, give it the keys to the city. Tanya Plibersek, thank you very much for joining us. That's it. That's it for Youth in Focus. But don't forget, we are going to be campaigning here. We are going to be campaigning on this election. We are going to be bringing you people. We are going to be bringing you information that you need to know. So get out there, get enrolled to vote form, get on the
Liberals
register.
last. Put the Liberals last.
I didn't say anything. I'm neutral. Okay. Take care, guys. See you next week.
Oh, how's the form? How's the form with that, man? That was a pretty interesting young, thing that was going on there. Yeah, mate, going off. Youth in Focus. How's this the bomb? And stay tuned because we've got heaps of stuff coming up as well.